Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to this very special video. You know, once in a while, Andy and I, we try to get together maybe like once or twice a year somewhere in the world. And Andy of WISEASS Astrology and I are now, where do you think we are? We're in Chile.
Oh, we are? Yeah, we're in Chile. Even though you are wearing a Brazil shirt.
Exactly.
We're getting cut off here. I have to.
Yeah,
It's more important to see the zodiac, though, than they see my face, right? That's the important part. It doesn't matter if they know what you look like, as long as they. I know you're very much about visual appearances.
Yeah.
And it's all about putting your eyes.
Okay.
No, hold on. Don't. What are you doing?
Oh, we're still recording?
Yes, we're still recording.
Okay, well, I don't have this in your face, but okay.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I know you're very much about visual appearances, and you have to look good, right? What my thing is, it's all about the chart. I know people, I have my own channel, WISEASS Astrology, if anybody's watching. And people, I say, oh, yes, you're very, photogenic, and you come on screen and you like it. But that's not important what I look like. What's important is the actual chart. So it's more important to see the whole zodiac than my face. That's really it. But because I know you're very image conscious, you and
Oh, don't say that. I have to edit that out.
No? Make sure to edit that out.
I am not image conscious.
You're not image, but you realize the importance of bringing your whole beautiful self to the fore, right? And like you and Andre Agassi, where it's images everything. So, but we will sit down now.
Now, before we do get into it, I do want to say, I was teaching at Synchronicity University the other day. And I was here in Chile. I just got into Chile. Andy was hanging out. And so I said, hey, Andy, be part of the pre-show, come. And a long time, very dear friend and fan of my work, who's been with me for many, many years, she asked, who is Andy exactly? Now, we found that kind of funny. We did kind of giggle, and I hope that that's okay.
Well, it's important because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm always trying to find out who I really am down deep.
Yes,
it's a lifetime search.
It is an existential question, but I don't think it was meant existential.
Well, for Scorpios, everything's existential.
Everything's existential. Yeah. So who is Andy exactly? Andy is one of the most brilliant astrologers that I've ever met in my life. Yeah. And I have met a lot, like in the thousands I have met astrologers. And I've interviewed into the hundreds and hundreds of astrologers. And he is right up there. He is a very dear friend that I've known for about 11 years. And he is somebody that I love very much. And I'm like very protective of. I think your moon is conjunct my south node.
Oh, yes.
And so it's like
we have mutual Saturn Sun trines.
That too, yeah. So it's very much like Tiger Mom energy in a way for me.
Well, I think we allow ourselves to be confident with our things that we've worked through in our lives, and we don't feel restricted. Like, okay, we're fears and there's obstacles that we've worked through, but we show support from the heart. Yeah, and that's so what the Sun Saturn trines are all about, to have someone to support you and love you from the heart, no matter what kind of obstacles and things you've worked through and gone through.
I love that you're that person for me. He's the one I contact to say everything is a mess, or oh my God, this happened and it's so amazing. He's the one.
That's what happens in life. But
you find your chosen family where you find them. Yeah, you're my chosen family.
And that's what the Pisces energy is all about right now. You find things where you find things. You don't try to pick and choose. I want thing to find things here and I want to find this there. No, you just allow things to come wherever they may come. I know you have your Brazil shirt, and you brought one for me because you're such a nice, lovely person.
Yes, look.
But
it is ironic. Hold it up longer because I do love Brazil very much. This will be the thumbnail, so smile or something.
Maybe
it'll be the thumbnail.
We'll find out.
And I just thought it was fun to wear Brazil shirts while we are in Chile. And we didn't have a chance to get Chile shirts yet.
No, yes, we don't have Chile shirts, but we have a few things from Chile. Now, Jupiter is in Taurus, which loves to eat and, allow the palate to sort of have a sensual kind of experience, right? And there's a lot of Pisces things going on stuff. So people like to eat food and allow things to fall to their feet and make a mess, which is, in Latin American countries, they're smart about that. They have all these empanadas. They don't eat these messy sandwiches like Americans. So occasionally they try to emulate Americans and eat messy sandwiches. Now, Chile has a few of those things going on. So
Andy brought props.
I brought some props with me. Now we have, because we have the American influence on Chile, which is the hot dog, and they call it the Italiano.
The Italiano.
Completo.
Oh, I think you showed this to me before.
Yeah, but she wouldn't eat.
It looks like a variety of cultures
It's
there.
because it's the green. It's the green, white, and red. It has the
so
tomate, and it has the smashed avocado and mayonnaise, and they like putting mayonnaise.
Can we show people this? Okay, hold the mic. Oh no, your fingers are dirty and stuff.
All right.
Okay, hold the mic.
Yes.
Be careful with it. And there's the meat underneath.
The hot dog, tomatoes, and avocado and mayonnaise.
Guacamole.
Which is why they call it the Italiano, because it's green, white, and red. So in true Jupiter and Taurus fashion, we're going to take a bite.
Oh dear. I won't do that on camera.
Now, the reason why they won't do this on camera, there's also astrological reasons for this. I'm going to explain to you right now.
He told me he was going to bring props.
Because, Nadiya, look, here's the thing. There's rules for everything. With Venus is going into Pisces on Monday, but it's not in Pisces yet. It's still in Aquarius. And when we do eat, we realize there still has to be a system and rules for eating. And Nadiya has some dietary systems because she wants to keep the universe wise and loving. And in order for her to keep the universe wise and loving, there has to be rules in place. Yes, she could enjoy things.
Yeah.
Right. And she's not a foodie, but she can enjoy things and she can absorb things, you know. Yeah. She has to, there are some rules and systems. Let me take another bite of it.
Whatever a foodie is, I am the complete opposite of that. Whatever that is.
Maybe you will try that.
To me, it's like food is either sweet or salty or spicy. And if I feel like sweet...
Well, but this is the other Chilean thing. They have a Chilean empanada. It's empanada pino.
More food? What?
No, it's Jupiter's and Taurus. Now, here's the thing. Like, Americans are very messy. Like, that's a hot dog's an American thing, because Americans are slobs. Like, I have my Moon in Taurus, and I go, ooh. And food just falls at their feet and their ankles, and they don't care if their jeans are a mess or their shoes are a mess.
Feet are Pisces.
And right, exactly. Because Jupiter's in Taurus, ruling Saturn in Pisces right now, and ruling the Sun in Pisces. And it will soon be ruling Venus in Pisces. So that mutual reception going on, where they just sort of... And when it goes into Pisces on Monday, that mutual reception of Jupiter in Venus's sign and Venus in Jupiter's sign, that Taurus, Pisces, and going back and forth, people will be ignorant to everything, just going, food will be falling at their feet. But it's when you just are patient and accept that. That's how you allow art to happen. When food falls at your feet, it ends up like a Jackson Pollock painting on your shoes, and it's beautiful and artistic. And that's how styles, and they're happy accidents. Pisces is all about happy accidents. It's like things just fall at your feet. Things, you know, you don't try to control thing with that meticulous, perfect thing with that Virgo energy. It's the exact opposite. It's just accidents that that's why Venus is exalted in Pisces. You just let the beauty happen, and you don't worry about those kinds of things. Now, but in Latin American countries, they say, look, it's important. They know how important shoes are. They know how important designer jeans are. And with Venus in Aquarius, it's the lower part of the jeans, the calves and stuff like that. I talked about this in my video. Fishnet stockings, pantyhose, things like that, in the lower part of your jeans.
Which video?
My video on WISEASS Astrology, which nobody watched.
No,
some people watched. Thank you.
A lot of people watched.
A lot of people watched,
yes.
But more people can watch it. It's good through till tomorrow, but there's still some relevant stuff.
Okay, so related to the first week of March
yes.
is the video you're talking about.
Yeah, and this is the empanada.
Wow.
You know, and this is
eating.
This is Chilean.
Dude is full on eating. Good for you.
You want it better?
Not right now. I don't even know. And it's like
empanada. It's a Chilean empanada.
It's a Chilean empanada, and I think it has olives in it.
No.
I don't like olives.
Well, you're very prophetic, because I chewed on the olive right as you said I had the olive in my mouth.
I am very prophetic.
That's why you have to listen to her, you know. Right.
So once a year, I do teach a business class at Kepler College, and I'm very proud of my alliance with Kepler College. And in that business class, we talk about, you know, how to get views, and you know, there are so many people who really try for a long time to get views, and you right out of the gate, you've got an audience, and I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, thanks to you, I know how to have important friends. I'm a Scorpio, 11th house Scorpio. So I don't have many friends, but the ones I have are powerful.
Power players.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sun, Uranus, in the 11th in Scorpio. So I know how to, you know. I know how to choose my friends carefully.
Yeah,
So
and wisely.
feel honored, Nadiya.
And lovingly.
Yeah,
And wisely.
So
I'm deeply honored.
now here's the thing. Now we are not. So yes,
More
we are not in
props.
Brazil. We are not. One more prop. We are not in Brazil. We are in Chile.
We are in Chile.
Now,
you would never know that with
we
my
are in
t-shirt,
Chile, but I am Andy.
He's Andy.
Now we have the Andes map. I have food stuck in my teeth.
Okay.
No.
If you want, I can edit
No,
something out.
it's natural. That's the natural. The Jupiter. These things are natural. You just gotta accept it. That's the whole thing. All the Pisces, Taurus energy. Yeah, just allow it to happen. That's what makes things beautiful. Just like these are things that happen. We have Andes Mountains in the background, right, in Chile. I am Andy, and it's very meta. We also have these Andes.
It's so meta. It's meta on meta.
Meta on meta on meta. Andes chocolate mints, which I brought from the States. I'm very excited about this. I've had these Andes mints since a child. I used to leave it on hotel pillows.
Andes, you see.
And the fact that I can eat my own mints in the Andes Mountains.
In the Andes Mountains. I'll try and sort of clip it.
It's
gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous.
So it's a real exercise in narcissism. So hopefully I don't, these are my mountains. Hopefully I don't develop a messianic complex. Now, this happens sometimes when the Saturn and the Sun are in Pisces, people feel they have to be the savior. Like we have to absorb all the obstacles in the world that no one else wants. Pisces suns are feeling that right now. We just have to we just have to allow ourselves to absorb all the problems no one else wants, and it will make us feel great. It will make us feel confident. Now, Nadiya bought some things from Brazil. Now, while these Andes mountains are my mountains in Chile, this is what makes me feel great and powerful and like a mountain of a man. Things. She got me something from Rio, which is Corcovado, the mountain in Corcovado. What did it say this?
That's the direction, but you may have to go back, like.
All right, take it to relax.
I'm so relaxed.
Well, but the moon's going to be void soon, and we gotta
okay.
get this other.
Yeah, Andy doesn't do anything during a void moon.
No, we do stuff. This is not Rio de Janeiro. Is it on the top or the bottom? Be patient with us. Be patient with us, folks. We'll get there.
Yes, Copacabana. I
and
love Copacabana.
Rio de Janeiro.
And there's a huge.
So this is Jesus. This is the Christ the Redeemer, and he's on top of the mountain, not the Andes Mountains, the mountain in Brazil, the Corcovado. And so, as you see, Brazil has their own savior, the classic savior in Jesus, the Christ the Redeemer on the mountain of Corcovado.
It says Rio de Janeiro on the bottom.
In Rio de Janeiro, and that's in Brazil. But Chile has me, Andy, of WISEASS Astrology, eating Andes chocolate mints in the Andes Mountains. This is, so there's a little contrast there. Yeah. And just talking about how when we're confident right now with the Sun, Saturn, and Pisces, we want to absorb the weight of the world and feel like we can be something more and absorb all the obstacles of everything down below at our feet, the Sun, Saturn, and Pisces. So at the foot of the mountain, that's where you build up your confidence. You let all the river flow to your feet. You let the mayonnaise and the mashed avocado and the tomatoes and the hot dogs and the empanadas, they all gather at your feet, and you just allow it to build you up from the ground up. So that is the important thing.
That is the important thing.
And so we just accept beauty, and we can accept gifts. We be patient, and we'll accept things. Like you bought me many gifts.
I did.
My suitcase was delayed.
His suitcase was delayed, so I said, Andy, okay, let me gift you some basic toiletries. And
that's the thing, because when the Jupiter in Taurus, we luck out when we're patient. I didn't panic and say, oh, my suitcase is delayed. I was like, okay, it's delayed. I'll take my time, and I'll accept whatever beautiful things come. Nadiya bought me some toiletries. She also bought me...
Patience is amazing.
She also bought me these boxer shorts here.
Jupiter and Taurus.
What are these?
Oh, God, I can't put that up.
Why not?
It'll look too much. No.
I'm not trying them on. Do you want me to try them on?
No, I'm going to cut that part out.
No, why?
Because, Andy, you don't realize it's too much.
What are you talking about?
Well, look, I know you're wise at astrology. You're your own thing, so it's okay.
I'm not trying them on, unless you want me to try them on.
Well, I mean...
No, the audience. The audience want me to try them on?
Okay, wait. Andy is my great friend and dear brother, and I love him so much. And when he didn't have clothes for days, I was like, okay, Andy, what you really need is boxers.
Right.
That's what you got to make
That's
sure
salvation.
you're okay.
It's the things you want to save
the
yourself.
Salvation I provide.
Right. That's the most basic thing.
Toiletries, and there was a street vendor, and we grabbed some.
So the most important thing is all you need in this life, you need a cape with a Messiah on the back, like this, or Jesus, or whatever the Messiah of your choice.
The Messiah of your choice.
Yes, a cape and your box and some snazzy boxer shorts, and you can run around the streets and fly like you're Superman or something like that, right?
Yes.
So
you can.
All I need was
because you are.
All I need is this Jesus cape and these boxer shorts that you bought me, and then I can project myself confidently. That's what the sun in Pisces lets you know. That's how you can fly.
Really?
You just sort of accept that you just absorb whatever good things come to you, and all you need is a clean pairs of boxers and a colorful cape that says there's some higher power watching over you, and you could build your confidence and take on the world and fly on top of a mountain or something like that. So was there anything? Now here's the deal. I've been going on a lot, right? I've been going on continuously because with Jupiter and Taurus, people tend to drone on, and you just got to accept this. There's always just going to drone on and on and on, and that's fine. But when Mercury goes into Aries, you could say, "Listen, I've listened to enough of your stuff. I know there's certain words I can't say on your channel. I've listened to enough of your stuff, Mr. WISEASS. Okay, I've been very patient. I've absorbed things. But when Mercury goes into Aries, you have to say, look, this is my channel, and you point with your finger. This is my channel." And I'm not going to take any more of this. I'm going to, I'm going to take charge here. I've been very patient. I've absorbed what you had to say. And now it's my chance to take control. Like in that movie, Back to the Future, when they stood up to that bully, Biff, hey, you. And in fact,
there's a very iconic Spanish Back to the Future sign here in Santiago, Chile.
Hay más futuro que pasado, which means there is more future than past.
Oh.
And that's very important for people to remember.
Hay más futuro que pasado.
People get stuck here. It's the Back to the Future logo.
Yes.
And people tend to get stuck in the past, but we have to realize there is more.
I'm trying to show some videos of us right now.
Yeah, there is always more future than past.
Wow.
And so when Mercury goes into Aries, because there hasn't been a lot of fire, there hasn't been any, except when the moon's in a fire sign, there hasn't been any fire in the chart, except for those days when the moon's been in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So people have been hungry for that fiery energy. And now when Mercury goes into Aries on Sunday morning, people really, hey, all right, we've absorbed enough. We've taken, and we're still going to absorb a lot, don't get me wrong, but we're finally going to be able to communicate in a very much more action-oriented way. We've absorbed a lot, and we're still going to be absorbing more and more and more. You're listening to me go on and on and on, but you'll have to say, look, this is my channel. You're not wearing boxer shorts on my channel. This is it. I'm in charge here. I've been very patient with you.
Mercury's still in Pisces, and I'm telling you.
Exactly. You're telling right, but I'm saying when Mercury goes in,
but nicely.
I've been very patient with you with your food props and your stupid little stories, Mr. WISEASS. But this is my channel, and I'm going to draw the line here, and I'm going to take control. And that's what you gotta take control of that. So
I find your stories entertaining and insightful and wise and loving.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Or else I'd just be walking around the streets of Chile, mumbling in English like a crazy gringo. So there's some things you wanted to talk about the eclipses. You're always big on your eclipses. I know how you love your eclipses.
I love my eclipses. That's for sure. I do love my eclipses.
I love my Rio de Janeiro cape, but
Yeah. You love saving the world.
Yeah, well, if I can barely save myself. That's first things first,
Yeah.
One thing at a time with Jupiter and Taurus. Take it slow, one thing at a time. Don't try to multitask too much. Jupiter goes in Gemini, the spring, summertime, then we'll be all over the place. Just take things slow right now.
Oh, wow. That is very insightful. Jupiter will go into Gemini and we will be all over the place.
Yeah, we'll be the savior for 50 million countries at once. And there will be 50 million countries, right? Probably when Jupiter goes into Gemini, we'll have to serve all of it. But right now, we just have to save our own self, the country that it is, just, value ourselves and take time to be patient and value who we are and accept who we are and realize it's okay. I mean, I think that's part of, and with Aquarius, we're really still in touch with the collective and the human experience, but Pisces does that too a bit. So when you have that mutual reception with Venus in Pisces and Jupiter and Taurus, it's just like being calm is being beautiful and allowing so don't worry if your feet are dirt. Like, you don't want to get stuck in one spot, right? If you're stuck there and you allow like some inebriated person just to like relieve themselves on your foot, don't keep standing there.
It's very good advice.
Yeah, you don't want to keep standing like, oh yes, I'll accept it all. It's
That's
like,
very Judge Judy.
Yeah, you have to move.
Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. But
That's
with Venus and Pisces, like, oh, we want to accept it all, and Jupiter and Taurus, I'm just going to stay here and accept it and accept it and accept it. No, if it's not a good spot, you do have to move. But if it does happen, people will be understanding of it. People are like, oh yeah, we understand that happens. And if you don't like get crazy about it, and if you don't like make a big fuss and give nuts, like, oh my God, I can't believe that people, it's like, yeah, it happens, and you able to keep your composure and remain calm, people will think, well, what a cool person. This person's very loving and beautiful that, somebody peed on their foot and they didn't freak out and they were able to stay calm, and sort of make it through the day. And that shows that they're able to be human in life and realize you have to absorb a lot in life and you still can be beautiful, even though, things don't go perfect. People appreciate that about Venus and Pisces and Jupiter and Taurus. So that mutual reception is going to be affecting a lot. It's going to be affecting, I know, that eclipse when the moon's in Libra and the sun's in Aries.
Yes, so the eclipse takes place on the 25th. I'm like, oh, let me go get, okay, now we're really going to pause, but hold that for a second.
No.
So
Hello, hi, we're going to pause? Hello, hi, I'm your wisest astrologer. It's been a wonderful week. What do you say? It's been a wonderful week of joy.
Days since you looked at me. What does that song go?
Oh, yeah.
The bare naked ladies are.
Oh, yeah, the Canadian. Yeah. As far as Canadian bands, I prefer the Guess Who and Burton Cummings.
25 and 8 are the magic days.
It's your show, baby.
It's my show, baby.
Yeah.
It's my party and I'll cry if I don't want to cry.
That was Leslie Gore. Leslie Gore.
Okay.
He was from North Jersey. She was very tall. Mm-hmm. She was like 6'1". And nobody knows where my Johnny has gone. Like, she was like a teenager when she sang that song. But I guess Johnny was a woman. I mean, Leslie Gore came out later that she was a lesbian. But as a teen sensation, she couldn't say that, singing "It's My Party, I'll Cry If I Want to, I'm Missing Johnny." So she pretended that, like she was really upset about Johnny not being there.
I don't like
But
that
really,
song.
she didn't. Well,
I don't like the sentiment. Who cares if Johnny is worth it?
Well, she obviously didn't care. That's what I'm saying. She's a lesbian. But as a 14,
she had to act like she cared.
Right. She was
Johnny.
right. She had to act like she was like a 14-year-old. And they said, "Look, sing this song." She was a 14-year-old, tall, 6'1", tall Jewish woman from North Jersey. And they said, "Look, sing this song. You'll be a big sensation." And she was. And then she had to keep singing it and singing and singing. She's like, "I don't care about this Johnny guy." And
who really does, anyways? Yeah.
But maybe Johnny is sometimes women can
maybe
go by
Johnny has
the woman,
regret.
or maybe Johnny is a woman.
Yeah.
Maybe that's or Joni and Chachi. All right.
Okay, the eclipse.
The eclipse, yeah.
The first eclipse in Libra.
Right.
On the 25th of March. The eclipse is, and I don't want to get you going because if I say the P word, you're going to get going.
No, it's fine. I'll let you do your stuff. I mean, I've gone it enough. Go do your thing.
Is trine Pluto.
And what do you think about that?
Well, it's a lunar eclipse. There's closures. I think it's powerful, fortunate closures.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I think. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you're always...
lots of emotion, powerful emotions, catalyst moments.
Yeah,
it's Libra.
It's Libra to us,
relating to others and putting our relationship with others in the right place, realizing what partnerships are cool, what have served their purpose, where you're going to just be like, yeah, thank you, I love you, but with love and light, I let you go. Or with love and light, I'm letting you in and really wanting to bond with you very deeply.
Yeah, Venus is still, you're still going to have that mutual. The Venus is still going to be in Pisces, ruling the moon.
Yes.
And, that mutual reception in Jupiter and Taurus. So that theme is still going to be predominant. We're going to have to take time and allow ourselves to find some balance. So you won't really feel much of that Aries vibe. Yes, Mercury will be in Aries. The Aries vibe is you're gonna feel it more during the solar eclipse, because
On the 8th of April is
the
the
8th of
solar
April, because
eclipse.
Mars will be in Pisces ruling the sun, but the ruler of Mars, Venus, will finally be in Aries. So,
Well, yeah, we're going to have like this stellium in Aries, but the eclipse is basically unaspected.
yeah, so here's how I would describe these two
The
eclipses.
solar eclipse.
Here's how I would describe these two eclipses in tandem. The lunar eclipse, there still will be a very chill vibe and trying to allow things to balance themselves out and trying to see how we're going to assert ourselves, accepting that we do need to assert ourselves, and we'll start to move in that headstrong fashion. I always tell people, anytime I'm reading a chart for somebody who have Mars in Pisces, but especially someone who has Mars in Pisces and something in Aries, anything in Aries, is always let the game come to you. It's always try to keep your feet active, and wherever your feet take you, your brain will follow, your eyes, your ears, your nose will follow. As long as you keep your feet moving, you'll be able to hear and see and perceive what you need to perceive. But you have to let it come to you first. And with Venus in Pisces, that's still going to be like a very kind of accepting process of balance. Now, when the solar eclipse happens, Venus will be in Aries by then, and sure, you're still going to be letting that game come to you, but with Venus in Aries, Jupiter's still going to be in Taurus, but with Venus in Aries, there will be that kind of headstrong thing going on. I guess it'll be a mutual reception, right? Because Venus will be in the sign of Mars. And
Well, Venus
will it
is
be?
exalted in
Wait a
Pisces,
second.
which is the connection.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Cut that part out.
Wait.
Cut that part out.
Okay, let's
Mutual
pause
reception.
for a second.
When I say the mutual reception, just cut that part out.
Okay. Just
Did
we
you-
have to pause so I know where to cut. But what do you want to say right now?
No, I was trying to think on the fly. It won't, because Jupiter rules Mars.
Okay.
When I say, right before I say when it'll be a mutual reception, just cut it out. Because it's not. It's Mars. I just slow my brain.
Okay, you have some food on you.
Does it matter?
I don't want to do that on camera.
No, that's part of.
It's part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's part of
Okay.
So yes, when Venus will be in Aries and Mars will be in Pisces, and then Mars ruling that, Venus in Aries ruling the Jupiter in Taurus, and Jupiter in Taurus ruling Mars in Pisces. So you're still going to have that calm vibe with Jupiter in Taurus and Mars in Pisces, but there will be some direction there. You're going to sort of start pretty quickly, slow the vibe down, allow yourself to absorb some energy, and then ratchet it back up to feel confident. You're going to have like this dance with Aries, Taurus, and Pisces. Like right now, we've been having this dance between Aquarius, Taurus, and Pisces, and Aquarius, Taurus, and Pisces just through the rulerships. Whereas, look, be calm and allow that there are rules for everything. Just accept that there are rules for things to keep us calm and keep us stable. When this solar eclipse happens, we're going to start things really quick. We're just going to allow ourselves to start things really quick, then take some time and absorb what we've done, and then believe in what we've done, But first, we have to slow it down some to really be confident that, yes, we can take action, we can do things. So you just sort of like, all right, throw it out there, bring it down a level, and then like, okay, yeah, we're okay with it. So I've gone on quite a bit. I don't know with the moon void yet.
Well, we were very intent on getting this recorded before the moon went void.
Yeah.
When is the moon going to be void?
What you
now?
said it was like
55
3:55 Chile time.
Chile time.
So
What time is it right now?
I think it says 3. If Nadiya Shah's
this is
equipment
how-
be trusted,
This is
for
how
very
Andy
much.
rolls. Yeah. What does it
The
say?
moon void is interesting. When the moon void is interesting, you just have to go with the flow, and don't try to force anything. And if you're inclined to do something, that's fine. Just trust your instincts, and just sort of see like, okay, that didn't work out. but observe afterwards. Don't try to force anything. I mean, I find people who are always doing things with the moon void and are insistent upon doing things with the moon void, they're not really in sync with their lunar energy, and they're not always really in sync with their instincts. People that are in touch with their moon can just sort of internally, even without checking the astrological transits, they just almost internally know, like, okay, I can just relax now and just sort of whatever had been done the last couple of days while the moon was in void, I'll just sort of ride out that wave and just chill out. And if they do want to do things with the moon void, that's fine. They'll just feel like, okay, well, we have to amend it. We'll amend it somehow. And it's because there's something we don't know yet, but it will work out for the best. And I think that's what the moon void is all about. There's always something that's missing. It doesn't mean things won't work or they will go totally wrong. It's just there's another piece of the puzzle that you're just not aware of yet. And if your instincts are developed, if your lunar instinct is developed, you sort of know when to just kind of chill out. Or if you have an idea, it's like, I have an idea, we'll do this, but if it doesn't work out, we'll make the best of it. And that's just being in touch with the lunar rhythms of the world, really. And you have to use your own moon for that, and make sure that's evolved.
I consider myself very in touch with my moon.
Yeah. I consider you're in touch with the moon, and I think you're very in touch with Brazil also.
Yeah, we're in touch with Brazil at the moment.
Literally in touch with
I
Brazil.
literally just got to Chile a couple days ago, and so I brought us those matching T-shirts that you guys saw earlier, and I said, won't it be funny and won't it be a kick to be in Chile and do a video with T-shirts of Brazil? But Andy didn't think it was as much of a kick. Oh yeah, that's right. He is wearing this. And he is adamantly an individual.
There's no other choice. I'm the Sun Uranus.
Yes,
person.
Sun Uranus conjunction.
In Scorpio.
In Scorpio.
Signs. But the thing with the moon being the void is we always have to realize there's more future than past.
Wow.
So when we let our feelings.
There's more future than past.
That's what it says.
I love it.
Hay más futuro que pasado. There's more future than past.
Yes.
And that's what we realize with astrology. It's not necessarily the amount of time, like how long is the future or how long is the past.
Barrio Lastaria. Barrio Lastaria.
Very cool.
Chile.
It's a very cool neighborhood, by the way.
Yes, it's a very cool neighborhood.
In Santiago.
I did enjoy it very much.
Yeah, that's a very cool neighborhood. And that's what we have to realize with astrology. No matter how old you are, there's always more future than past. It's not a linear thing saying there's more years in my past than there are years in my future. It's more about quality and content. And there's always more to learn in the future than what you've learned in the past or what you've done in the past. What you've done in the past serves you to allow you to learn in the future and get a higher quality of experience in the future. And that's what that means.
It's incredible. Well, Andy, like you guys know, Andy is very dear to me. Andy is one of the most brilliant astrologers I know. He's also one of my dearest friends because he has so much Scorpio. He knows many of my secrets.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. As long as I mumble, that's the important part. Then the secrets won't come out.
Yeah.
I have Mercury in
it's
Scorpio.
Strategy
unexpected.
Right there.
It's strategy, but I have Mercury in Scorpio unexpected, and I mumble a lot. And people say, speak clearly and distinctly, but it probably serves me well because sometimes I mumble my own thoughts or things myself, and people don't understand what I'm saying, and it's probably works out the best in the long run. I know Aries hate it when I don't look them in the eye, and people with Aries planets, they hate it when I don't look them in the eye or they can't hear what I'm saying because Aries is very visual and very much about the ears and things. They don't look in the eye. And Scorpios don't tend, if you have a lot of Scorpio, they don't tend to look directly at you unless they really mean it. They're not used car salesmen per se, where they're just like, it's like, and then when it's important, it's like, yo, then it's like there. So.
Yo, homie.
Yo, right at you, homie.
Yeah.
So.
I adore you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I adore
and you guys,
too.
please follow Andy on WISEASS Astrology.
Yeah.
Now, his content Look, it's him talking into a camera, but it can be spicy. It can be like not safe for work, NSFW.
Yeah, and I try to keep the spicier content. I mean, the swearing sometimes at the beginning.
Me, I don't care.
The spicier contents at the back end. Spicier comments at the back. What I mean. It's at the tail end of the video.
That's where he gets spicy. Yeah, it's the double entendres.
I have Sun, Uranus, and Scorpio.
Yeah,
so the spicy contents at the tail end of the video usually. Even though I kind of swear every so often throughout, it depends. I don't want to do it all the time. It really depends on the transits. But yes, if there are a lot of Scorpio transits, it gives me freedom to just like cut loose. Like the one when we had Mars in Scorpio this past November, I just really, and people like that one. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But I have a lot of Libras, so I do understand both sides of every situation. So I don't
make a decision easily.
I don't make a decision easily. I'm not going to just take it and run with it unless I have Mars and Sag, right? And I'll run with it. But I'll run with it fully knowing that there is another side, and I want people to know that actually I'm not an ignorant fool. You know, I do understand that there's some nuance to the situation.
Well, thank you, Andy. I love you.
Yes, thank you. I love you too, Miss Brazil.
Miss Brazil.
You'd be the first Canadian to
win
Miss Brazil. I do love Brazil,
but I am loving the energy here in Chile.
It is a cool energy.
Yeah, it's a very cool energy.
Lastaria is a very, and Lastaria.
Yeah, and because...
Barrio Italia is also pretty cool.
Yes. And because Andy does all this research of where to go and the neighborhoods and stuff, I get to have an experience when I travel and I connect with you that I don't necessarily get when it's just me.
Yeah, that is true.
Because I focus on museums and art galleries and stuff, and you're like, no, you want to go check out the vibe in this neighborhood.
I always want to check out the vibes. If I'm going to be getting into trouble, I at least want to know what kind of trouble I might be getting into. You know, like it's okay.
Based on the vibes.
If there's trouble, there's vibe on the horizon. It's like, all right, I'll absorb whatever. I just want to absorb it, but you just got to know, like, as long as it's genuine, that's cool, and like and you're safe. Like that's the most important part. Of like, look, I lost my suitcase, got stuck at the airport, right? Mm-hmm. And that's fine. There's a story to tell there. There's a vibe. There's something going on. You know, you have to negotiate. You have to talk to the Chilean people at the airport. You got to communicate different things. And all that is a story. That's cool. That's honest. It's a real experience you wouldn't have had otherwise. You just want to still, though, be careful. You know, you always like, okay, I want to absorb something, but I still got to kind of know. I'm a Scorpio, you know. I want the intensity, but I still got to survive, you know.
Yeah.
I still got to survive. So.
Staying alive. Oh,
I'm a big Bee Gees fan.
Barry's the only one.
Barry's the only one left. Gloria Gaynor. That's a different one.
That's a different song.
That's the Gloria. Both same era.
Isn't there a Survive song that is in a Rocky movie because he's from Philly?
Oh.
Or is it that the group is called Survivor and they sing "Eye of the Tiger"?
Oh, Eye of the Tiger. Are they?
Oh,
yeah. That was in Rocky 3.
Yeah. The name of the band was Survivor, was it?
I think so.
It was. Well, the song is amazing, and it's very, very Philly.
With that, but Rocky 3 they were actually, most of it was shot in L.A. They were running on the beach in L.A. because they went to Apollo's hometown.
Oh, okay.
And Carl Weathers Apollo Creed recently passed away. So.
Oh, okay. Yes. So he's.
Okay, so here's a story. So here's a Philly story about Rocky, right?
Okay.
And I tell the story to everybody that's not from Philly. I say, look, I'm from Philadelphia. Yes, we love Rocky. We love the Rocky statue. But the actors in Rocky were from New York. And Rocky talks in a New York accent like this. Yeah, Paulie, what's going on? That is not a Philadelphia accent. Philly accent, they have a nasally accent, and they eat hoagies and cheesesteaks and eat water ice, and they talk like this. They say, yo, Rocky, what's going on? We go to Wawa. Get a cheesesteak, it's water ice, you know? And then, but it's not New York at all. But it's hard to find people to do a Philly accent. And they just talk like, the generalized, New York accent, but we're still from Philadelphia. And that's not it. And I was walking around the Central Market in Chile, and I said, I'm from Philadelphia, because you get this person. So, Philadelphia, Rocky. And I said, yes, Rocky, fine. But I was telling that exact same story. And he was like listening, because I'm a gringo talking about like accents he has like no idea of, like New York, and Philadelphia, the nasally accent, and explaining the difference. And like everybody in the fish market was just like cracking up. They were like laughing hysterically of like a gringo explaining the nuances of like two Northeast, like United States accents that they have like no concept of the nuances.
In Chile,
in the fish market in Chile.
In the fish market in Santiago,
they
Chile.
Loved that. Yeah, they thought that was hysterical.
It is hysterical, and it's very endearing.
Yeah, you're just connecting with people, and it was cool.
Yeah.
cool.
This is
That's
why
so-
everyone loves you, Andy.
No, I know the love
You're
I can
very
get. I'm a
endearing.
Scorpio. You know
Yeah.
the love I can get.
Well,
Thank you.
I love you, Andy.
Oh,
And we
thank
love you guys too. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
And again,
Appreciate
please
it.
subscribe to WISEASS Astrology
Yeah, and thanks
for
for-
more WISEASS stuff.
Yeah, and thanks for putting up with me. I tend to be a bit edgy and rough around the edges. That I mumble and blah 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 blah. But
And you're self-aware, and that's awesome.
yeah, exactly. I have to be self-aware.
You have all that Scorpio.
I better be self-aware, or but just don't be too paranoid. Be cool with it, and don't panic. That's what's going on with the Taurus vibe right now. That opposition, people are Scorpios out there, and with that Pisces and Taurus energy, just like, look, chill out, don't panic, and wait for someone to accept you. It's okay. Even if all the world criticizes you and picks away at you and tells you you're wrong and they're judgmental, there will be someone out there that will accept you if you're patient enough.
It's so true. Wow, what brilliant. So that's Scorpio energy.
No, it's important to Scorpios right now. It's important to Virgos too.
Yeah.
There's because you have those oppositions and trines, Virgo trine Taurus opposite Pisces, and Scorpio opposite Taurus trine Pisces. So people who have Scorpio and Virgo energy, really allow yourself to appreciate the vibe of that Jupiter in Taurus and that Pisces energy, especially the mutual reception, Jupiter in Taurus, Venus in Pisces mutual reception that's going to be coming up on Monday and going to be lasting for a few weeks. So allow that someone's going to find you beautiful and won't judge you.
I think that's what we're all looking for.
That's what we're all
when we
looking for.
have it, we cherish it. It's true.
That's what we do.
But the thing is, I will also say, as someone who loves to travel, I know you love to travel as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you would agree with this. The world is full of love.
It is if you're allowed to be.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah. If you allow it to be and you're willing to see it.
And that's what Venus in Pisces is all about when it comes up. The world's beautiful if you allow it to be.
The world is beautiful and the world is full of love.
Yeah.
If you allow it to be.
That's right.
That's a beautiful meditation to end on. Andy, thank you again. And thank you everybody out there for watching. Until we connect again, take care. Bye. It'll be a great transit.
Yeah.
It'll be a great week. It'll be a great
week.
3 weeks. I think
Yeah.
we talked about 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks, yeah.
It'll be a great 3 weeks. Enjoy.
Enjoy.